Yo, alright, what up? Unchained deck profile. I have had this deck since it has came out and just recently started playing it. This deck is fucking disgusting, especially with the new format coming out. And like Rogue is just it's just 10 out of 10 right now. So just recently played this at a locals. I didn't lose a match, but I had two draws, and then won my other two matches. So the grind aspect is fantastic. But going against other grind decks, like you just be prepared to play like an incredibly long match. Still learning a lot about this deck, but I'm getting ready to go on like a shit ton of vacations over the next like month. This whole year is about to be crazy too. 2021 is about to be the best year ever. But so I'm not going to be able to do like any local recordings like next week, so it'll have to be like 2 weeks from now. So I figured I'd put the deck profile up now, just so people could at least see what I was playing, and then maybe in 2 weeks from now it'll be even better. But the deck is running incredibly smoothly. I mean, the deck's already had like a good amount of people like working on it and like establishing what a solid build is. But this is just what I've been playtesting with, and been obviously relatively successful. So taking a break from trains. Don't worry, still have them. But just wanted to try something that I've had for a while. Been meaning to play the deck for a long time, and I'm thoroughly enjoying it. So if you've been thinking about playing the deck, or you want to continue to like see how it like develops, then like by all means. But like this deck is pretty fucking sick. All right, so main we're doing triple Aruha. This is like absolutely like, this is like standard across the board. Triple Ruha, triple Rakea, and triple Sarama. There's no reason that you wouldn't be playing these 9 cards. Oh, this is a pure build. I'm not doing anything like crazy. No evil twins or evil eye, anything like that. It's just strictly pure. But yeah, they all float into any other Unchained monster. Quick effect to pop Rakea is actually the best one out of all three of them. Aruha is a good play starter, and then Sarama allows you to have grind games and follow up plays. But Rakea definitely probably like without doubt the best one. Sarama, I would dare say gives you the most like longevity and allows you to have like an insane grind game down recursion. And Aruha is just like another awesome starter and the Starlight. So like I guess it's supposed to be good, but like Rakea should have been the Starlight. Um, we're playing one Disaster, two Soul. This is relatively common practice. You don't really want to open up Disaster. Soul is fantastic. But other than, I mean, this seems to be working pretty well. It gives you enough eights to make your Dinkeries if need be, and then gives you enough targets for your banishment, which we're playing as well. This just coincides with these three monsters incredibly well, and it is like it catches so many people off guard. If anyone hasn't doesn't know what the card does, if your opponent whenever they attack and you have a level 8 engrave, it's simply it's like acts like a hand trap. You just send it from hand to grave. It special summons the level 8 and then redirects the attack to this. And then whenever the level 8 hits the grave, or if a level 8 fiend hits the grave, it just adds itself back from graveyard to hand. So its recursion is absolutely stupid, and then it catches so many people off guard. So 100% would recommend trying it out if you haven't yet, but I've been finding pretty good success with it, and it's a level 3 fiend. So and then we are playing one Scythe as well, just to kind of round off the monsters. In terms of, well, I guess we have the hand traps, but yeah, 3 Ash and 3 Nibiru. I'm still very, very confident that Ash is, I mean, I don't think anyone's disregarding Ash is like by far one of the most dominant hand traps in this format. Nibiru is fantastic against certain matchups, kind of falls short in others, but I still think it's decent enough to main deck right now. Especially with like Dragon Link and some combo decks working their way into the format. Dinosaurs are still around, goddammit. Have you read Misk? To the spells, just 3 Abomination and 2 Triple Tactic Talons. I do not have Pot of whatever the fucking new one is. Disparity, not Disparity. Whatever, I don't have it. That obviously would be fantastic to play if that's the route you wanted to go. I know a lot of people are playing Extravagance, totally fine as well. I actually am opting not to play Extravagance. I like the idea of this more. By not playing Extravagance, I have more room for versatility in my extra deck without having to worry about banishing anything. there's a shit ton of hand traps and monster effects that are being run around right now. So whether you're going first or second, I always see this being live. So if you need the draw two, cool. If you don't, then you're just breaking your opponent's board that much easier, helping establish yourself up that much more, or ripping out your opponent's hand. So I mean, I guess this is my theory is, I guess that's why I'm playing this over any of the pots. If you have the new pot card, great, yeah. I'd be 100% playing that shit. I just have not invested into that yet. Traps. 3 chamber and 3 escape. It's your monster reborn and your 1-for-1 pop. Obviously no reason not to be playing or maxing out on all 3 of these. They allow you to special summon your monsters based off your Unchained effects, and then allow you to like be able to control and grind with your opponent. And for the rest of the trap lineup, 3 trap trick, 2 sanctum, 2 torrential, and 2 duster. So it keeps us at a 40 card main. If you wanted to switch out the trap trick for like a 3rd torrential, I could totally see that. Like, I mean, torrential's pretty broken right now, and it sets off all your Unchained effects. The great thing about trap decks like this is, I mean, especially when you're main decking trap trick, is you have so much room for versatility. So depending on like what your locals meta is, or like what you think you should gear the deck towards being able to like counter, I mean, the deck has just so much versatility in terms of like what you can do with it, and I think that's kind of what makes it fun. It has a ton of lines of play, and obviously being new to a deck, I get to discover like more and more as I get to play. But the more that I'm playing it, I mean, it just has so many fun points of interaction, like being able to link off with your opponent's monsters, and then I don't know, it's just a completely different play style than what like I've kind of been used to with trains. So it's fun. Extra deck, relatively. Well, actually, I don't even know if this is relatively standard or not, because I don't know what people play for Unchained or don't. I'm doing 1 Fortune 2 just as a rank 3 target to be able to go into if I need. I'm playing a Downer and a Dingirisu as well. This is to slap onto the Fortune 2 if need be. And obviously that's for Zeus plays. The Dingirisu is for the level 8s, and then obviously you can go into Zeus from there. This has not necessarily come up yet, but I know that like with the versatility that I have in the extra deck, I just want to be able to make. I guess there is like a rank 3 fiend. It's a DDD, I think. I don't believe I have it, but that's a very good option that you could play. So you can play within the restrictions of the Unchained cards. I'm personally just playing Fortune Tune. I could test that other version out and see if it's more optimal, but just food for thought. This is essentially just kind of a Zeus package that allows you to make Zeus plays if need be. The deck typically can do well without this, but because of how dominant this card is in the format and just how well it kind of can contest the meta, I don't know. I think it's worth at least trying to play. If in time I figure it's not, we'll cut it, but still going for it. For the links, so I don't know if, yeah, you know what? I do think this is good. I'm playing a Cherubini, and this is straight up just to be able to send your banishment. More times than not, it just gives you easy access to it if need be, but in certain situations, like if you feel like you're going for a really control grind aspect, I just like the idea of being able to access it. It's a one of. So, I mean, I guess you could send like any of the Unchained monsters if you really wanted to as well. Like in combination with like Sarama, that doesn't even make sense because you have to use level 3s. I don't know. You could, but the main point is to send banishment. And then 1 IP Masquerada. For the link 2s that aren't Rage, this card, I see a lot of versions played at 3. Very easily could be a mandatory 3 of. I have had 2, or an instance where I was going for the 3rd and 2 had been used. So I guess I could understand trying to bump it back up to 3, but extra deck space. I mean, again, the Downer, Magician, Fortune, like there's certain cards that I guess I could easily see being taken out for like a mandatory card. So if that's the way to go, then we might lean back towards that. Unicorn, and then 2 Anguish as well. Unicorn's fantastic, obviously being able to link off with your opponent's monster and then shuffle a card back is just broken. It's not like I'm telling anyone anything new though with this deck. And then obviously the Anguishes. I've not made Trisbania yet, but I definitely can see its utility, especially against like a deck like Eldritch, just being able to like pop off on their back row and get rid of it before they even get the chance to start utilizing it. Fantastic. We are doing an Access Code Talker, just game clinching card. One Abomination, just being able to, it's typically a win more card, if you will, but there are certain instances where it is worth playing. So I would definitely consider that one. And then I just got this, trying it out. Obviously with IP Masquerada, it can be pretty nasty, but you can't use it in conjunction with the dogs. It doesn't work that way, which would just be fucking amazing if you could. But I just got this today, so I mean, if this could be the third, Soul of Rage, if it really needed to be, I guess. Like, but again, just tinkering out the deck, relatively new to it still, so trying to figure out what's hot and what's not with it. But yeah, that's the extra deck as of right now. It'll probably be completely different here in like 2 weeks. For the side, we are doing 1 Lava Golem and 2 of the, is it Gandarla? What is it? Gandarla. Obviously this out's the Wind Statue. You're going to see like a lot of Tarmogoyf, Lyrilusk, anything with Tarmogoyf in it, and even like anything that can bust out the Smord Statue. I don't know if Dinosaurs are even doing that, but regardless, Wind Statue, and Dragoons. Lava Golem also hits Dragoons, and this is also a level 8 Fiend, so it works with Banishment, and that's just fucking stupid. And then 2 Lancia. Lancia is absolutely amazing this format. If you want to play 3 Lancia, by all means, you should be playing 3 Lancia. If I were better, I'd probably be playing 3 Lancia as well. 1 Duster, that could be, like, I don't know. It could be Lancia, I guess, but Duster's broken. And then 3 Dark Ruler No More. Just a lot of big, beefy board. Like, I don't know, like Virtual World, I know can put up kind of nasty boards. Just being able to like get around Dragoon, especially because this deck like struggles because everything targets in the deck. So you have to have like a good multitude of ways to be able to out problematic cards. And because everyone that like chugs glue in this format is like relying on Dragoon to win games, you just have to be relatively prepared for that. So if you're one of those people that's relying on Dragoon to win games, then quit chugging glue. But I'm not salty. It's okay. The card's like totally fine. It's not even like that big of a deal. 2 different Dimension Ground, 2 Dimensional Barrier, and 2 Evenly Matched. Evenly could be bumped up to 3. I definitely don't disregard the idea of doing that. It's a complete blowout card, but these are both accessible by Trap Trick, so against certain matchups, they're just fantastic. You're like essentially running 5 copies of each by main decking the 3 Trap Trick, so just certain blowout cards. But yeah, you want to be able to at least have like a good amount of going second cards, depending on like what your opponent's being able to play. So I mean, this at least gives you like a solid 8, and then I mean, depending on like how you want your deck to be oriented. But yeah, so that's the deck as of right now. Again, as time progresses, we'll definitely learn more with it, but only get better. But it is a really sick ass deck. So again, if you were thinking about playing it, just go buy some Starlight Aruhas and start fucking up your locals, because it's fun as hell. So thanks guys, I'll see you. It's gonna be a few weeks. I got a lot of shit I'm doing, so I'm going to Colorado to go snowboarding. Later.